Alright, we have, this is going to be an incredibly long video or slash series. This series is going to be covering building the John Wick Hi-Capa. Okay, I totally forgot to make a video on this is the John Wick Glock 34. Alright, both of these are going to be for sale. This was kind of like a project I kind of wanted to test out with the channel. We'll see how it goes. Long story, short story, had a potential customer. He wanted a John Wick Hi-Capa. He bailed out. I kind of got excited because I saw John Wick 3 when at the time I was talking to him. I was like, you know, even if this guy bails, I'll buy it and then we'll just build it on YouTube and then see how it goes and try to sell it. This one is the same thing. I saw this kit. This was like a package deal. By the way, all this John Wick stuff, guys, all came from Boom Arms. All right, I don't know if it's still available, but I know last I checked, John Wick Hi-Capa out of stock. It's gone. You probably have to look at other websites. I think this Nova kit is still here. Now, this Nova kit, I fully had intentions to buy the Hi-Capa, but as soon as I saw this Nova kit, I was like, oh, okay, you know, I gotta get it. So it came with the slide, outer barrel, sights, what else? You know, the extractor, and it came with the Magwell. The magazine baseplate I bought extra, and it also came with a Garter Gen 3 grip that was pre-stippled and had the trigger undercuts. But you can see I have all these papers here. Should I include this in the video? Yeah, okay, if you guys want me to do a separate video on the Glock, just let me know, but I'll try to briefly go over it. I started researching, and it was kind of hard to find out, like, the correct grip. So basically what I'm saying is the grip that came with the kit, I didn't like, alright? I know how to stipple myself, I know how to do all the undercuts, like, I wanted to do this project some justice, so I went ahead and started ordering. I ordered a gun modified grip, and then I want to upgrade the internals. So if you're very interested in this is going to be like in the 800 USD plus region. It's going to have all the important parts in Glocks. You guys know how I like to build in pistols. It's with important parts. It's not, you know, swag first, you know, parts later. It's always performance first, you know, durability. So this is going to be getting the good parts. I'm not upgrading the frame to steel because that's not, you know, it's not needed, and that's, you know, that would make it too expensive. And I know the first thing people are going to say is, you know, hey, there's a $200 version of it. I know, I've already seen it on e-bike. I think there's a $200 version of this John Wick one. And hey, more power to you, but you know, this is quality, right? You can't say that about the $200 one. I don't even care if I haven't even seen it yet. I have no problems reviewing or ever checking it out, but this is like in its own league, alright? And that's the same thing with that one, alright? You can't ever compare like a $200 thing to the real, obviously not a real deal as like real steel, but we're talking about quality. Alright, so I will do, this is a part list for the Glock, so if anyone's interested. But this is what I want to order. I've already put in an order, but I haven't like really got information yet. Finding Glock parts is kind of a pain in the butt. But yeah, this is going to be the build for the John Wick one. I need to start formulating a list for the Hi-Capa. So let's get the Glock out of the way since you guys saw it. And I'm trying to find somewhere to put it. Oh, I forgot. If you're a collector, no, don't buy this from me because I'm going to be shooting guns. Like this one, I'm going to be shooting. I'm going to be making sure it works. So it will have some wear and tear. As this one is in mint condition. The only thing that it did come to me with 2 little dinks damage. And that wasn't me, I can tell you that, alright guys? Very small, but that's the only thing I did notice. But when I get the parts, I'm going to be running this, you know, I'm going to be making sure it works. It's not like I send it to you with 5 shots. You know, I'm going to be sending it to you with a couple hundred shots to make sure I did my job in building the guns. I treat all my guns I build like that the same way. Let me go put this away. Give me a second. Alright. So if you're interested, go ahead and hit me up. I think I'll have a separate video on that to go more depth about the build and how it was and how it worked out. It was a little work, not too much work. We're already out of half batteries. We're gonna just film until I have to switch. Let's start taking out. We have a brand new stock TM15. I'm almost wondering how much do I really need of this stock. So this is gonna be like just the first part of the video. And there, I bought a grip. I've never bought. Okay, so that Nova kit that came with the garter grip, that was the first time I do. I rarely buy pre-done grips because I have the ability to do it myself. You can see it's a lot of parts. This is easily over $1,000. So if that's out of your range, buddy, you don't even bother, right? This is only, both of the guns are for, you know, for serious people because they're, you know, they're 800 plus and then 1,000 plus easy. So, but I thought it would also be fun for the channel. Let's start off with the slide and frame. It is a good looking gun. Okay. And this is the Gunslip Bro version. I believe there's Gunslip Bro and a Nova. Alright, we got the front sight. Okay, let's take this bad boy out. Oh yeah. Okay. You guys see that? Let me focus it. Yeah, this is good looking. Look at these rails, nice and aggressive. All right. I know I'm going to get some dumbass comments about, oh, just go buy the $200 one, right? This is what apple to oranges, guys. It's a big difference. Oh yeah, they did a great job on this. All right, let's zoom out and let's try to. Oh, all right, mine is nice and tight. That's what I want. Okay, we got this. Let's take out the. Yeah, wow. Okay, we have a two-piece steel. And this is kind of like a 1911 style. Okay. That's weird. This barrel looks like it was used already. You guys see this? Take a look at this. I mean, not that it matters because I'm going to be shooting this anyways, but we can see some marks here. Okay, what else? Let's take a look at the frame. What? Is this new? Oh, okay. No, alright guys, I'm sorry. I had a freak out accident and I thought there was absolutely nothing here, but there is. It seems like lately companies are just starting to, like with 9-ball. The 9-ball frame, I did an unboxing of the 9-ball frame, the newest one, the 7-inch, and I was shocked to find that there was no side panel. And I went on Instagram and people were telling me that's normal. And it's like, you know, things here and there they're starting to just, you know, give us less. Okay. Yeah, they did a nice job here. Okay, so you got the sear and the valve knocker, which this you should always, whenever you guys should, whenever you get like an advanced frame, make sure you got a sear and a valve knocker. I bought countless amount of frames from myself and customers, and I've never not seen, you know, a version where you don't get it. So make sure you got it. I'm hoping they don't start, hey, you know what, maybe we should include that, so make them buy that. Alright, so you can see this is going to be the base. Let's just, yeah, we'll start, no, actually, let's move that stuff to the right, and we'll start stacking what we have here, because this is a very big build. All right, I know some people, like, you know, they pick and chose, you know, oh, I just got this sliding conversion kit. Because I have a couple people reach out to me, and I was like, yo, man, I went nuts, and I got everything you could get possibly. And by everything I mean possibly is, you know, if you've seen the movie or just research the gun, you'll see that there is more to it than just, you know, getting that. Next up, this is an FPR trigger. It's from the Omni, but it's the correct trigger for the John Wick one, so that's why I picked this up. This is steel, and the trigger is plastic. It's the same. This is pretty much the same deal as the STI trigger. Okay, so that's why I picked this one up. So FPR. It's adjustable as well, and I think this is probably the next big buck thing. This is boom arms. Okay, when I saw this pack, I was like, nice job. You know, obviously we'll have to see how it works and if it's a drop in or if I have to do some work, but I saw it like, okay, I can appreciate this. Okay, we have the correct hammer. Okay, yeah, look at that. Steel hammer. Very nice. I wonder how it would drop in, but alright, so we have the correct hammer. Let's look at the next thing. Slide release. Okay, let's get that out of the picture. We'll have to start stacking everything, or maybe we'll stack it to the left. Now we have steel, what is it? This is the bomber magazine release. You guys see this? This goes on the outside. This is the correct magazine release. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have the correct slide release, which is, I believe, is it the scallop cut? Yes, it is. Alright, there we go. This is the correct one that goes in conjunction with right here. Okay, let's see if it drops in. Yeah, beautiful. So that is the correct slide release, and that's it for over here. And we're on to the safeties. It was a very nicely packaged you know, kit, so I like this. You know, this is what I want to do on my website. You know, when I build my website, I'm going to have like a PP package, and it's just, you know, if you don't want to think about it and you just want an easy buy, you just buy my PP package, and I'll include everything that I've talked about in my videos. Okay. Now, these are STI style. Okay, the infinity ones are very wide. You don't want infinity ones if you're trying to do this correct. Like this, for example. You see how wide this is? These are usually, you know, infinities. Okay, so we have steel safety, and then we have STI. There you go. Infinities are usually completely flat. There's no what do you call that? Yeah, but this isn't sticking out. Okay, usually Infinity are nice and smooth all the way down. One continuous moving, where STI tend to stick out. All right, that's steel. So you can see that kit alone is very expensive. You know, anything steel, once you start throwing steel into it, it adds up very quick. Now here's what I want to discuss with. I think this is where a lot of people got confused, because I had some guys reach out to me, and I think I talked about the video, and they were like, "Oh no, that's the wrong Magwell," or "That's the correct Magwell." I bought all three just to show you guys there's a huge difference between them. Okay. This is if you just type in, you know, John Wick, the 2011, This is what comes up. This is incorrect, guys. This is not the right Magwell. This is what he's selling on the ones you buy from him. The correct Magwell is actually the STI / Omni one that has this, I guess they call it like the STI Tactical. That is the one that's in the movie, and it's not also this one. This is like where people kind of, I think, were getting a little confused, or they, maybe they haven't seen the movie or done the research. But you can see this is also an STI Omni, but this is very different versus the Tactical one. Let me zoom in for you guys. Let me move the viewfinder. This is the correct Magwell for the movie. This is what he's selling. Taran Tactical. If you go to Taran Tactical and you try to buy the 2011 from him, this is what he's pushing. These are cool, but I really don't like it myself. I don't care about it, so I'll probably actually just try to sell this. And then this one I do kind of like, but this is for Omni. I think this was designed for the Omni specifically. Okay, so this one I would have to double check, but I know it's not the correct one. So we're going to be going with the correct Magwell, and I honestly think this is one of the sexiest Magwells. What was it, 2017 it came out, or later? It's been out for a couple of years, and it's a great looking Magwell. And they also have those base plates that kind of go with it, with the Texas flag on the bottom. Really good looking. So that is the correct Magwell. We will put this to the side. We're just stacking her over there, and I'm going to put this back. This one I think I want to use, and oh no, yeah, this is like a more minimalist Magwell, and this is, it's cool, but I don't think I like the look of it. I bought it just to show, to make sure everyone, if you're trying to build like the John Wick, the correct one, make sure it's that Magwell. That's the correct one in the movie theaters. There's a YouTube video you guys can look for, and it's I forget if it's like it was like a giveaway, or they had it like in a case or something, but it's basically, and it's like you can hear the guys talking about it, and they say this is the one that's in the movies, and it's like, it looks like it's actually been used, so they're probably doing blanks with it or something, but it's it's used, and it's got that Magwell on there. Obviously it's not as shiny, so I would like the kind of the matte finish this one has on that, but what are we gonna do? If I could get a matte finish on there, I'd be much happier. And I bought one faceplate. Okay. Now the only thing I don't know is, did he have base plates on his mags? That's the only thing I couldn't like. I'm waiting for it to come out on DVD. I have John Wick 1 and 2 on the DVDs. I rarely ever buy DVDs, but I actually purchased those DVDs, and I made sure they were the fancy Blu-ray edition or extra edition, whatever they were. I paid for it. Okay, I don't own many DVDs in my house. It's probably John Wick 1 and 2 and Mad Max, actually. I think that's it. Next up, got aluminum rear sight, STI. Okay, want to make sure it matches. All right, he uses a lot of STI stuff on his products. Okay, so this is the STI with the logo on here. We're using the brass hop up, and then we have a 140 recoil spring. We have the 9-ball power barrel. I ran out of PDIs, so I would have preferred to put a PDI Palisade in here to keep it all black, and I would prefer the Guns Modified Steel hop up to kind of go with it, but I just can't. We can't find any more Guns Modified Steel hop up. I think he's like completely bone dry of that. He hasn't remade any. And we have garter loading nozzle. What else? Are we missing anything? We have bucking as well. And then we have this guy. This was probably my first time I ever bought something like this. This was $100. This was a little hard for me to swallow. But I told myself, you know what? give yourself a chance and just try it. Okay? And I had to think about it. I had to think about it a lot, and I was actually having a conversation with a friend of mine on Facebook. Okay, and I think after talking to him, he made me realize $100 isn't that bad. Okay, because in reality, when you think about this, guys, this is a Wii grip. I'm positive it's a Wii grip, and they've just modded it. But what you get with it is it is dirt coated. Okay, so that's number one. And then they've stippled it, and then you can see that they have done some work on here. Now I'm just looking at it with my eyes, and I can tell you right now, it's not perfect. There's a lot of little boo-boos here and there, but for $100, it's not bad. Because you know what? If you guys look into like people who charge for stippling, especially real steel, $200, $300. That's pretty common, or you know, $100 plus. Airsoft, I charge around, you know, $60 to $100+ depending on what I'm doing. So I thought about it. It's actually not that bad of a deal, because one, I don't have to do any work. They didn't do that bad of a job, and it includes them mounting these two screws, because on the Wii one they don't have it. But now, for a purist, I have to go do research on the grip. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm trying to think. Do we want to assemble this or? Okay, now so this is dirt coated. It's dirt coated. It's stippled. And they also, what did they do in here? Just a little scratched in here, but I had to step back and stop, you know, I had to look at the whole picture. Now I feel like this screw is a little too low. That's my only thing, but I would have to, once again, I need to go check the pictures and see if this is in the right location. But you know, for a stippling, dirt coated, extra screws, $100, that actually sounds like a bargain. If I were to charge someone like that for myself, it would be over that, easy. Okay, let's see what else we have in here. We have extra screws. Well, not extra screws, but they look like they're purple almost. Okay, let's get the hammer in here. Put the hammer in here, and I'm trying to think now. How do we split this up? So what we've done is basically I've shown you what the build's going to be. You know what I do need? Do I really need a stock 5.1? Okay, here's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm gonna take a look at it, think about it, and see if I can actually do this ground up. I have AIP detent, steel detent sets. They're silver. I could probably just maybe Sharpie the ends so they would be black, so I don't want them standing out. I have the trigger bar, I have the trigger, so that covers here. I would need a leaf spring. I have the screw. Yeah, you know what? Let's stop here. So this will be part 1, and the next one will come back. I'm going to decide if I actually even need this, because I feel like we actually have so much that we might not need to use that. And I'll fill in the extra parts. So we'll leave this like this, and then I'll come in and put the extra parts here we're going to use to complete this. So this is actually going to be ground up, not needing this. Right now I have to think of all the parts I need. So I need a blowback unit, return spring. Okay, yeah, I don't want to waste your time about that. I'm going to think about the stuff I need, and I'll see you guys around, okay?